Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. You are looking live at the Darlington Raceway from Darlington, South Carolina. And before we got started with the race and starting grid, I thought we might look at the points. Even though there's no playoffs or chase, we are 10 races away from the end of the season. Thought it'd be a good time to look at the points here. So as you can see, you got DW leading the points by only 6 over Bill Elliott after that win last week at Bristol International Speedway. Lake Speed's only 34 points behind DW. Cal Petty's fourth, 135. Jeff Bodine rounds out the top 5 in points, 225 points back. Neil Bonnet is sixth with a 306 deficit. Texas Terry Labonte is seventh, 324 points. Tied for seventh is Handsome Harry Gant. And ninth is Ricky Rudd, 365 points back. And rounding out the top 10 is Tim Richmond, and he's 410 points back with 10 races to go, folks. So let's get back here to Bristol and go over to starting grid for this Southern 500 here on Labor Day. And last week's, 2 weeks he has won back-to-back races at Michigan and at Bristol. Your pole setter, Awesome Bill from Dawsonville, only 6 points behind DW in the championship. Starting on the outside pole with a chip in the 21 is David Pearson. Starting third in the 55 is Parsons. Starting fourth in the 4. See if that's a good omen for Joe Ruttman. Starting fifth in the 3 is Earnhardt. Starting sixth, Handsome Harry Gant in the Skull Bandit 33. Starting seventh is DW Darrell Waltrip in that Budweiser 11. Starting eighth is Tim Richmond in Old Milwaukee Pontiac number 27. Starting ninth, Texas Terry Labonte in the 44 Piedmont Airlines. Starting 10th, Greg Sachs in the 77. Starting 11th, Ricky Rudd in the 15. Starting 12th, Tommy Ellis in the 18. Starting 13th, Phil Parsons in the 66. Starting 14th, Rusty Wallace in the Deuce. Starting 15th, Morgan Shepherd in the double aught. Starting 16th, Buddy Baker in the 88. Starting 17th, Jeffrey Bodine in the 5. Starting 18th, Lake Speed in the 75. Starting 19th, Ron Bouchard in the 47. Starting 20th, Hillen Jr. in the 8. Starting 21st, Bonnet in the 12. Starting 22nd, Yarborough in the 28. Starting 23rd, Allison in the 22. Starting 24th, the king himself, Richard Petty, starting in the 43 car, and his son's right there with him. Starting 25th, Kyle Petty in the Woods Brothers 7. And Super Tex is in the race. A.J. Foyt starting 26th in that 14 car. Starting 27th in the 71 is Marcus. Starting 28th in the 32 is Houston. And look at this, we got a Poncho Carter sighting. Starting 29th in the 1 car. Starting 30th are Canadian, Trevor Boys in the 49. Starting 31st in the 36 is H.B. Bailey. Starting 32nd in the 90 is Ken Schrader. And starting 33rd, Arrington in the 67, starting 34th, Burshwell in the 6, starting 35th, little brother Mikey Waltrip in the 23, starting 36th, Jimmy Smut Means in the 52, starting 37th, Dwyer in the 64, starting 38th, Johnson in the 05, starting 39th is Reagan in the 17, and shotgun in last, starting 40th, is Mike Potter rather. And we got 500 miles here at Darlington, 50 turns. And to bring us to the green flag is Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. Let's get this race started. Here we go, turn number 1. And we got a top group already of Star. And it'll take a 6 to beat DW. I mean, to beat Elliott. DW is the first one to go for it. He's got 2 chances. And a 1-1 don't get it done. But a 3-6 does. And DW right away's got the lead away from Bill, trying to pad that 6-point lead. Let's see here. Who else has got Star? Harry Gant's got Star. It'll take a 6 to beat DW. And a 4-6. Man, nobody wants to lead here at the Lady in Black. The track too tough to tame. Joe Rudman with the shot, and it'll take a 6 to get handsome Harry Gant. Guess we need to write this down here, these lead changes. And a 1-4 doesn't get it done. Benny, he's got a Star quality. Can he get it done? A 3-3, nope. And David Pearson with a chip and a Star. Again, it takes a 6 not to use it, and he'll have to use it. So David gets to the lead. And that'll be the end of turn number 1. David Pearson and that Chattanooga Chew 21 has the lead, and we go to turn number 2. And we got another top group. This time we got Heat and a Problem. First is Heat. Bill's got 2 chances on him, and only takes a 3 to get the lead back here. And a 6-6 doesn't get it done, but he's got another shot at him. And a 4-2, David holds him off. And Bill was the only one with Heat. Now the Problem. And the Problem's Mike back there in 40th. What kind of problems Mike have back here? And Mike has got a 54. He's bumped from the side. He'll roll for damage. And it'll take a 3 to stay in this race. We got an escape of a -1. Repair, no change for a 3. And Mike will finish last. Started shotgun, finishes last. The 68 cars out of the race. And Mike will finish 40th. And we move on to turn number 3. And we got a middle group, and we got a TV in the middle group and a Problem. First TV driver's Phil Parsons. And a 1-2-5. And he's going to go from 13th up to 3rd, knocks Benny Parsons out of the top 10. And now Tommy Ellis with a shot to move up to the top group. Not with the 6. And Tommy, he's going to blow the motor. Poor Tommy Ellis blows up. 18 car of Ellis will finish 39th. We got to see who's going to move up here to the middle group. First one with a shot is Bobby Hillen. Junior, nope. Neil Bonnet. Yep, Neil Bonnet moves from 21st up to 19th. And we got 38 cars running out of 40. As we go to turn number 4. Okay, you got David Pearson in the lead. Harry Gant 2nd. Phil Parsons 3rd. Joe Rutman 4th. Earnhardt 5th. DW 6th. Awesome Bill 7th. Tim 8th. Texas Terry 9th. And rounding out the top 10 is Greg Sachs. Here we go. Turn number 4. We got another middle group of... We got a problem. Got a problem. And the problem's going to be poor Kenny. Ken Reagan back there. And a 31. And that's going to be a handle problem. He's going to need a 3 to stay in the race. Doesn't get it. Our 3rd victim. And the Lady in Black's taking her toll already. As Ken Reagan finishes 38th. And now we go to turn number 5. And we got our, we're not doing that fusion stuff. We got a top group of reflex. Bill doesn't have reflex. DW's got 2 chances of David. Again, it only takes a 3 to beat him. A 4-1, he holds him off. David looking good out front here. But a 5-6, and DW gets the lead here. Knocks David back to 6th. And now you got Earnhardt with 2 chances. It'll take a 6 to beat DW, though. And a 4-6, Earnhardt gets the lead. Nobody's staying up front. David did for a little bit. But the lead is changing left and right here as the 3 car gets to the lead here in turn number 5. Let's see. Phil Parsons take a 6 to beat Earnhardt. A 2-1 nope, and Handsome Harry, can he put that Skull Bandit up front? And a 6-6 doesn't get her done. We go to turn number 6. What happened here? There we go. Lost the comments for a minute. Now on to turn number 6. That's going to be a middle group of Smart. Who is Smart in the middle group? And the first person that's Smart is Ricky Rudd with a 6. He's not going to get her done. And Terry Labonte, Texas Terry Labonte, he's double Smart. And a 1-3-2. And he's going to get Ruttman, go from 9th up to 4th. He's got a shot at the lead now. Can Terry get the lead? It'll only take a 5 or a 6 to get the lead. And a 5-2 nope. Earnhardt holds him off. We go to our first pit stop of the race. And we got a middle group, 5 and 1 will switch spots. So just the middle group's got a shot at chips here. Grab a handful. Probably way more than I need. Alrighty, first up's going to be Mr. Bodine. He needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Speed needs a 7. Doesn't get it. Sachs needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Rudd needs a 6. He gets it. Nice job by Bud Moore in that crew. Benny needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Rusty needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Shepard needs a 4. He gets it. Nice job by the Morgan Shepard crew. Buddy Baker needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Tim Richmond needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Joe Ruttman needs a 4. He gets it. Nice job by that 4 car. And Ron Bouchard needs a 4. Doesn't get it. And Neil Bonnet needs a 5. And doesn't get it. Move these guys up. Okay, can anybody beat Earnhardt out of the pits here? And a 1-5. David can't get her done. We move to turn number 8. We got a top group of control. Bill's got control. And it'll take a 6 to get Earnhardt here. And a 3-5 couldn't quite get it done. Handsome Harry going after him. And a 1-4 can't do it. DW with a shot at the lead. And a 2-5. They're getting close. Texas Terry Labonte 2 shots at him. And a 1-5. He's getting another shot here, though. Wrong 6. Phil Parsons with control. And a 6-4. But Phil's got a problem. Problems poor Phil got. 62 clutch problem. He'll need to roll a 3 to stay in the race. Doesn't do it. The 66 car will finish 37th. Now let's see who's going to move up here to the top and middle group. First up is Ricky Rudd. He moves up with his chip. And now can Bobby Hillin get up to the top group? Nope. How about Cale Yarborough? Yes, Cale Yarborough moves from 21st up to 19th. And we go to turn number 9 with Earnhardt in the lead. David Pearson second. Terry third. Waltrip fourth. Handsome Harry fifth. Awesome Bill sixth. Ricky Rudd seventh. Morgan Shepherd ninth. Joe Rutman 10th. And Jeffrey Bodine 11th. I'm sorry, 10th. And here we go with turn number 9. Why did we roll the red dice? Don't need it. And we got a middle group of heat. Who's got the heat in the middle group? So first one with heat is Mr. Sachs. He's got 2 chances. Could get the lead here. That 77 car. A 4-2-6, and he goes from 12th up to 3rd, knocking Terry Labonte out of the top 10. And now Sachs has got a shot at the lead here, and it'll take a 5 or a 6 to get Earnhardt. 4-3 can't get it done. And nobody else has got heat. That'll be the end of turn number 9 on to turn 10, 100 miles down here at the Lady in Black. And we got a middle group, and there's a problem. And the poor problem is going to be Slick Johnson back there. And he's going to have a 13. He's got multiple troubles, and he will not be able to finish the race. Slick Johnson, one of the great names in NASCAR. Slick is out of the race. And he will finish 36th. And we move on to turn number 11. We got a middle group of TV and a problem. First up is Benny Parsons. So Benny, can he get out first and only one? Can he get up to the top group with a 2-4-6? And he's going to go from 13th up to 5th. Benny back up into the top 5. And damn it, David Pearson blows up. Ain't that a damn shame? The 21 car will finish 35th as David has the problem. Blown engine after running up front here at Darlington. See who moves up here to the top and middle group. First one up is Morgan Shepherd. Nope. How about Joe Rutman? Joe Rutman moves up. And first one up, Bobby Hill, and he's had opportunities and can't get her done. Still can't. How about Bobby Allison in that die guard? Nope. How about the King? The King's moving on up from 22nd up to 19th. Alrighty, on to turn number 12. And we got a top group of Reflex. Let's see, Ricky Rudd's got Reflex and a chip. Take a 6 to get Earnhardt without using the chip. And a 4-3, so Ricky will use the chip, get that Bud Moore Thunderbird up front for the first time today. Here on turn number 12. Okay, who else has got Reflex? DW's got Reflex. And it'll take a 5 or a 6 to get Ricky. A 3-4, no. And a 2-3, no. Ricky holds him off, and that's the end of turn number 12 on the lucky turn number 13. And we got a duel. It'll be the sick car in the top group, Joe Ruttman. And he's already got a chip, and he's not going to chance it this early in the race. So on to turn number 14, we got a middle group of Reflex. Reflex is coming up a lot, ain't it? And you got Neil Bonnet trying to get up there in the top group. Not with a 5-2, most likely. Ruttman will have to use his chip. Now hold him off. Here comes Ron Bouchard. And a 1-5-4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And he holds him off. Earnhardt holds him off. Tim Richmond's got 2 chances to move up here. And a 6-3-1's not going to get her done. How about his next chance with a 4-6-5? And he's going to go from 15th up to 7th, knocking Joe Ruttman out of the top 10. As World's Worst Gamer joins us here. I hope you are too, buddy. And next up will be Handsome Harry Gant trying to get back into the top group. And a 3-2-6, and he's going to get DW. And he's going to Handsome Harry puts that Skull Bandit up to 3rd. DW out of the top 10. Now you got both Junior Johnson's cars out of the top 10. Terry Labonte with double Reflex could get a shot here at the lead. And a 2-5-4. And let's see, 1, 2. Nope. Earnhardt holds him off. He's got another shot, though. And a 6-5 ain't getting her done. Lake Speed, first time we talked about Lake today. 2 chances here. Now with a 1-1-2, Harry holds him. Sachs doesn't hold him off. Lake Speed gets up to 2nd with a shot at the lead. Sachs does not have Reflex or a brake. So Sachs does not hold him off. Lake Speed gets up here to the top group. And with a shot at the Ricky, take a 5 or 6 to get Ricky. 1-4, nope. Now Jeffrey Bodine trying to get up here. Now Levi Garrett 1-6-5. And he's going to get Tim. Go from 9th up to 7th. And that's it for turn number 14. On to turn 15. Ricky Rudd in the lead. Speed 2nd. Handsome Harry 3rd. Benny 4th. Awesome Bill 5th. Earnhardt 6th. Jeffrey Bodine 7th. Shepard 8th. Richmond 9th. Greg Sachs rounds out the top 10. And we got a middle group of control. Who's got control back here? And Cale Yarborough's got double control. Could get the lead. Not with a 6. And a matter of fact, I believe Yarborough just blew up. Ain't that a damn shame? Two nice guys, two of my favorite drivers blow up back to back. Yarborough will finish 34th. Ain't that a shame? That is a damn shame. Next up is Neil Bonnet trying to get Junior Johnson, Budweiser, Chevy up front. In a 144. And what is it? It is control. 1, 2, 3. And Bill barely holds him off. And now his second chance here. And a 4, 2, 3. And Handsome Harry holds him off. Well, he didn't have two chances. So that would have been Ron Bouchard's chance. He didn't make it. Now Joe Ruttman with a 5-1 ain't getting it done. And Buddy Baker, two chances in that 88 car. 2-2-4. And Gant holds him off. And now Buddy's got another shot here. And a 3-2-3. And he holds him off again. They're going after old Handsome Harry. Rusty Wallace, two chances here. Rusty get the job done. Not with the 6. And he's got a problem. We're at the track too tough to tame. The Lady in Black is winning this race. Somebody might survive the race, but they're not going to be a winner. They're going to be a survivor. As Rusty gets bumped from behind and has some damage, he'll need a 3 to stay in this race. Doesn't get it. The Deuce is out of the race and will finish 33rd. So the Deuce is out of the race. Next up is DW. Alrighty, now we're back. We lost connection somehow. Alrighty, but we're back up and running now. So we got some problems here at Darlington. Okay. And what was that? That was a 616. And now it's DW with a chance to move up here. See if he can get her done. And 262. Burdine holds him off. Texas Terry's got two chances. And a 4-6-6. And they finally get Jeff Rodine, knocks him out of the top 10. Texas Terry moves up to 7th with a shot at the lead. Take a 5 or 6 to get Ricky. And he gets it done. Texas Terry Labonte gets the lead, goes from 11th up to the lead here on turn number 15. Turn number 15, Texas Terry Labonte gets the lead. Tim Richmond with a chance to move up. See if Tim can move up here. Not with a 6, he can't. And now you got Morgan Shepherd, two chances and a chip. Could get the lead. Morgan Shepherd getting the lead here. And Morgan Shepherd trying to get the lead blows up. This is rough, folks. I tell you, Darlington is living up to its name. People are blowing up, having problems everywhere you turn. And we need to move 3 cars up here to the middle group. First one with a chance is Bobby Hill, and he hasn't been able to move up yet. As Greg at GG Sports Replays joins us here. Check out his channel, folks. And Bobby still can't move up. How about Bobby Allison? Bobby Allison moves up to 17th. Cal Petty and the Woods brothers, can he move up? Yes, he does. He's up to 18th. And how about AJ Texas, Super Tex? And he's moving up to 19th. Everybody moves up. We only got 30 cars running, 31 cars running in the race. You got Terry Labonte in the lead. Speed second, Handsome Harry third, Benny fourth, Awesome Bill fifth, Earnhardt sixth, Rudd seventh, Richmond eighth, Sachs ninth, and Jeffrey Bodine rounds out the top 10. We go to turn number 16, and we got a top group of Reflex, and it'll take a 6 to beat Terry. 3-4. Doesn't get it done. Earnhardt's got 2 chances at him. And a triple fours. Earnhardt's got a problem. Kind of problems Earnhardt have. A 32. He's loose going into the turn. He'll drop back to 33rd, 31st, but he stays in the race. He will stay in the race. And Handsome Harry's got a shot at Terry Labonte. And a 4-5. I thought I said it took a 6. Yep, it takes a 6. Leg speed with 2 chances at him. And a 1-4 no. And a 5-2 no. Now let's see who's going to be moving on up. Not Tim Richmond. Greg Sachs. Nope. How about Jeffrey Bodine? Yep. Jeffrey will move up to 7th. Can Bobby Hillin finally get out of the rear with the gear? He has plenty of opportunities today, but he's staying in that 20th spot. And he finally gets up to 19th. Still 31 cars running. Earnhardt just got loose and lost all that track position. As we go to our second pit stop of the race, turn number 17. And it'll be at both groups, 3 and 2 switch spots. Grab a handful of chips back here. See who all can get her done in this second pit stop. First up will be Texas Terry Labonte. He needs a 5 to get a chip. Doesn't get it. Speed needs a 7. Doesn't get it. Benny needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Gant needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Bill needs a 9. Doesn't get it. Rudd needs a 6. He gets it. Ricky, nice job by Bud Moore. Jeffrey Bodine in that Levi Garrett Hendrick car needs a 5. No, sorry, needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Richmond needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Sachs needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Rutman needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Bouchard needs a 4. Not with boxcars. DW needs a 6. Nope. Baker needs a 4. No. Neil Bonnet needs a 5. Doesn't get it. The King needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Bobby needs a 4. Doesn't get it with double 4s. Kyle Petty needs a 7. He gets it. Nice job by the Woods brothers. AJ in that 14 needs a 4. Doesn't get it. And last but not least, Bobby Hillin needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Man, only 2 crews came through. That is sad. Sad, sad, sad. Out being sad. So Ricky gets a move up to second. And it might be easier just to do it this way. And move Cal Petty up to eighth. Can anybody beat Terry out of the pits? That is the question. And a 4-4. Handsome Harry gets the job done. Puts that Skull Bandit out in front. Nice job by that Skull Bandit crew. Gets Harry the lead back for the second time today. Here on turn number 17. And we move to turn number 18 now. We are 1/3 of the way done this Southern 500. We got a middle group of Star. I think that's the first time we've had Star today. Who is a Star back here? Super Tex AJ Foyt, he's a Star. And we got to roll the right dice, don't we? It'll help if you do that. And a 5 doesn't get it done. And Neil Bonnet's a Star. So we drop all 3 dice this time. And a 1, 3, 6. And he's going to get Benny. He's going to move that Budweiser Chevy up to 4th. Next up is Buddy Baker. 2 chances here. And a 2, 1, 6. He's going to make Ricky Rudd burn his chip, but he'll get another shot here. And a 4, 4, 6. Terry Labonte's going to drop back to 14th. As Buddy Baker moves up to 5th. DW's got double star. Could he get the lead here? And a 6, 1. Nope, but he's got another shot here. And a 2, 2, 3. And Lake Speed holds him off. Ron Bouchard in the 47. Yeah, old Super Tex. Yeah, he was a good guy. I like those Super Tex AJ Foyt. And a 5's not going to get it done by Ron. He needed a 4. And Joe Ruttman's got star quality. And a 3, 1 ain't getting it done. Ray Sachs 2 chances here. And not with a 6. And a matter of fact, that makes old Sachs have a problem. Another victim here at the track. Too tough to tame. He's got an odd problem. And a 66 driver becomes ill. Greg Sachs is sick and has to drop out of the race and will finish 31st. So Sachs probably dented something up and carbon monoxide was getting in the car. And nobody else has got the star quality. So we'll see who's going to move on up here to the middle group. First chance is for Dave Marcus to move up. And Dave doesn't. How about Tommy Houston? First time we mentioned Tommy today. Nope. How about Poncho? Oh, Poncho. Nope. Trevor Boys. And nope. How about H.B. Bailey? Nope. Ken Schrader. Nope. How about Buddy Arrington? Nobody wants to move up. Buddy says he'll move up to 19th from 26th. We only got 30 cars running. Harry Gann in the lead. Rudd second. Speed third. Bonnet 4th, Baker 5th, Elliott 6th, Bodine 7th, Kyle Petty 8th, Richmond 9th, and Joe Ruttman is 10th on the turn number 19. We got a middle group of Reflex. First one up is Bobby Allison here. And he's got a 3-2-6, and he's going to get 3rd place away from Lake Speed. Nice job by Bobby. The King's up next. Can the King get up to the top group? Not with a 5. He can't. Terry Labonte, 2 chances to get back up there. Not with a 3-1. As John Wise joins us here. Yeah, Mountain Dew car was a nice looking car. Yep, that's exactly what they are, John. Yep, I got every season they did. I got every NASCAR season from 1949 until 2025. I got all of them that Don and made, and of course, all the ones that Keith's printed. And DW's got 2 chances to move up here. And a 5-5-2. Bill holds him off. And a 1-6-5. And he's going to get 7th. DW moves up to the top group. Junior's got both of his cars in the top 10 now. And Ron Bouchard with a chance to move up. And we drop the dice. And a 5. Nope, he needed a 4. Tim Richmond in that old Milwaukee Pontiac. Can he get the job done with a 2-3-4? And nope. Neil Bonnet will hold him off. He gets another shot though. And 1-4-4. And he gets Buddy Baker. Tim moves up to 5th. Nice job by Richmond. Gets into the top 5. And Cal Petty with a chip and 2 chances could get the lead here from Handsome Harry Gant. Put that Woods brothers up front. Yeah, it's the only thing, John, that I got every season for. Yeah, every season. And I don't have every season for anything else. Can play NASCAR the rest of my life. Probably wouldn't get every season played. Don't know though. Some of these like this is only 28 races. I mean, that's only 28 videos. Cal Petty, 2 chances. Can he get up here? With a 3-2. Harry's going to hold him. I mean, Waltrip's going to hold him off, but Cal's going to use the chip to move up to 7th. DW didn't stay in the top group long. Now Petty's got a chance at the lead. It'll take a 6 to get Gant. And a 1-5. He gave a nice run, but couldn't get her done. We go to turn number 20. 200 miles here at Darlington Raceway. We got another middle group. And this is going to be TV. The only TV driver back here is Benny. There's only 2 TV drivers still in this race, folks. Elliott and Benny. Benny Parsons with a shot with a 1-6-3. And he's going to get 7th away from Cal Petty. Cal was just going for the lead. Drops the whole way back to 14th. Benny gets up there on the turn number 21. We got another middle group, and this time it's Reflex. I don't think we've had a bottom group yet. Don't remember no bottom group. Everybody's just moving up because of problems. Lake Speed, 2 chances here. And a 1-6-6. He's going to get Benny. Benny didn't stay up to 7th very long. Lake moves up to 7th and's got a shot at the lead. And it'll take a 6 to beat Harry. And a 3-2 doesn't do it. Can the King get that Pontiac up front? Not with a 6. And now the King's got a problem here at Darlington. Problem everywhere is a problem. And a 66. He's going to blow the engine. A lot of engine problems here today. And the King is going to finish 30th, folks. Richard Petty drops out of the race, blows the engine, finishes 30th. Now, can his boy and that Woods brothers get up front? He's got 2 chances. Cal could get the lead here. And a 3-1-5. And he's going to go from 14th up to 2nd. Knocks Rudd out of the top 10. And now he's got a shot at Handsome Harry. Takes a 6 to get it done now. 4-3, nope. Terry Labonte, 2 chances. Yeah, the king gone. As Philip Reynolds joins us here in a 1-2-3. And Bobby Allison barely holds off Terry. Terry will get another shot. And a 4-1-3. And Kyle Petty holds him off. Jeffrey Bodine and that Levi Garrett. Can he get up here? Not with a 5. He needed a 4. Ron Bouchard needs a 4. Doesn't get it with that 6. And last but not least, DW trying to get back up there. Put that Budweiser Chevy up there with his teammate. Could get the lead. Not with the 6, he can't. He's got another shot, though. And back-to-back 6s out of win. Turn number 21 on the 22. And we got a bottom group. I've just mentioned that. Smart. If you're smart, you wouldn't be in the bottom group. Let's see, though. Might be somebody smart back here. Oh, Eddie in the 6 car is smart. And a 2-1-6. And he's going to get DW and knock DW back to 26th spot, folks. Uh-oh. DW could lose the lead in the championship here. Just like that. Ken Schrader, smart. Another bad race for Marchup. He can't handle that. Let's see if can Ken Schrader get up here with that Junior Don Levy Ford. Not with a 5, he can't. And the last smart drivers, Dave Marcus, double smart, could get up to the top group. Not with a 6, and Dave's got a problem. Darlington bites Dave Marcus in the butt. See what kind of problem Marcus has got. A 61. And that's an engine overheating, and he'll be out of the race. So Dave Marcus drops out of the race. And that's 71. And he'll finish 29th. Everybody moves up here in the bottom group. And we got to move somebody up to the middle group. First up will be Tommy Houston. And Tommy moves on up. That leaves us with 28 cars running. Harry Gant's got the lead, followed by Cal Petty, Bobby Allison, Neil Bonnet 4th, Richmond 5th, Elliott 6th, Speed 7th, Bruchelle 8th, Baker 9th, Rutman 10th. On to turn number 23, getting close to the halfway point. We got a top group of trouble. Here we go. We got trouble right here in Darlington. First up is Handsome Harry. It is a -1 to escape. So Handsome Harry, -1. He needs a 6. Barely gets it. Cal Petty needs a 7. He gets it with snake eyes. Bobby needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Bobby Allison's involved in the wreck. Neil Bonnet needs a 7. He gets it. He'll move up to 3rd. Richmond needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Tim's involved in the wreck. Bill needs an 8. Doesn't get it. Darlington with that -1. Bill involved in the wreck. Lake Speed needs a 7. Gets it. Now we move to the bottom middle group. And you got Eddie needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Baker needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Rutman needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Here we go. We got Calamity Jane happening here. Ron needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Bodine needs a 7. He gets her done. We'll just move him up there for right now so we can see if 6 of them. Terry needs a 6. Gets it done. Nice job by Terry missing this wreck. Ricky Rudd needs a 7. Barely gets it done. Benny needs a 4. Doesn't get it. One more and we're going to the bottom group. AJ needs a 4. He gets it. Nice job by Super Tex. And Hillen needs a 6. I'm sorry, a 7. Needs a 7. Doesn't get it. And we're going to the bottom group. Yeah, that's pretty cool, John. I like it. Yep. Yeah, I think you talked to me before about that. Yeah. And we got Mr. Arrington needs a 6. Doesn't get it. The lady in black bites him in the butt with that -1. He's a 7 and -1 needed a 6. And Tommy needs a 4. Doesn't get it. We're going to the back group. Now we can move everybody up here. Okay. And Mr. Carter needs a 10. Poncho gets her done. Moves up to 9th. And Trevor Boyds needs a 4. Doesn't get it. HB needs a 4. He gets it. Nice job by HB missing the wreck. Gets a 3. Ken Schrader needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Kenny's involved in the wreck. And DW needs a 7. And it pays off being in the rear with the gear. DW misses the wreck. And little brother Mikey needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Mikey's involved. And now Jimmy Smut Means needs a 4. He gets it done. How about Jimmy Smut Mean making it through? Dwyer needs a 4. Doesn't get it. And last but not least is Earnhardt needs a 5. And doesn't get it. Let's see. We're in the middle part of the race. Most of these guys are going to need a 5 to stay in the race. Earnhardt needs a 5 to stay in the race. Doesn't get it. Earnhardt will finish 28th. Now Dwyer needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Dwyer in the 64 will finish 27th. Mikey needs a 5. Doesn't get it to 23. He'll finish 26. Ken Schrader needs a 5. He gets it, Kenny Schrader. And we'll start back here at 19th. We'll see what happens. So Kenny stays in the race. Trevor Boyd needs a 5. Gets it. All of a sudden, they're fixing these cars left and right, folks. Tommy Houston needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Tommy will finish 25th. And the 32. Houston, we have a problem. Buddy Arrington's going to need a 6 to stay in the race. Doesn't get it. Buddy's going to finish 24th. Bobby Hillen Jr., he's going to need a 6. And he gets it. Nice job by Bobby Hillen. Benny Parson needs a 5. Doesn't get it. He gets double 5s. Benny's going to finish 23rd. Benny finishes 23rd in that 55 car. And Ron going to need a 5. He gets her done. Ryan gets that car fixed. Joe Rutman needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Rutman in the 4 car finished 22nd. Buddy Baker, can he get that car back out? Needs a 5. Nope. The 88 will finish 21st. And Eddie Burshwell needs a 5. Doesn't get it. The 6 car finished 20th. Next up is Awesome Bill. And Awesome Bill needs an 8 to stay in this race. And barely gets it. Awesome Bill stays in the race. Woo! Sigh of relief from that milling crew. Terrible Tim Richmond needs a 5. Doesn't get it with double 5s. Tim will finish 19th. There will not be any cars in the bottom group. And last but not least, Bobby Allison needs a 5 and doesn't get it. Diegard 22 will finish 18th. Alrighty. So we got 17 cars still running here. Bill will move up. We'll go over the leaderboard here. And that is the halfway point under caution. We make it to the halfway point. Let's see here. Handsome Harry needs to lead 2 more laps before he can get a chip. So you got Handsome Harry again in the lead. We'll just go through all 17 of them. Since it's a wreck and there's only 17. Oh, pretty cool, buddy. John said he went to the Hall of Fame and played up there with Keith and them. Pretty cool. So Handsome Harry's leading this race. Kyle Petty and the Woods Brothers second. Bodine at Budweiser is third. Lake Speed's fourth. Jeffrey Bodine in the 5 car is fifth. Texas Terry 6th. Rudd 7th. Super Texas 8th. Poncho, old lefty, is 9th. HB's 10th. DW 11th. Jimmy Smut Means is 12th. Awesome Bill's 13th. Ron Bouchard 14th. Bobby Hillen 15th. Trevor Boys is 16th. And Ken Schrader is 17th. As Harry Gant here on turn number 26 will lead us back to the green. And here we go, folks, halfway through this Darlington Southern 500. We got a top group of smart. How smart are these guys? They're smart enough to make it through the wreck. Ricky Rudd smart. It'll take a 6, though, to get Harry. And a 4-1 won't get her done. Terry Labonte's double smart. 2 chances at the lead. And a 1-5 almost, but not quite. And a 1-6. Terry Labonte gets the lead from Handsome Harry Gant. Keeps him from leading 10 turns. Turn 26. Puts Terry back out in the lead. And that's the last smart driver there is, folks. We move on to turn number 27, and we got our 3rd pit stop of the race. And we got the middle group, 6 and 1 switch. There is no 6, so nobody will switch in the middle group. Here we go. We'll grab some chips here. See if anybody can get some fast pits done. First one up is going to be AJ. He needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Carter needs a 7. He gets it done. Nice job by Poncho and the gang. HB needs Snake Eyes. Doesn't get it. DW needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Jimmy Means needs a 3. Doesn't get it. Awesome Bill needs a 9. And he gets it. Bouchard needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Hillen needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Boys needs a 3. Doesn't get it. And last but not least, Schrader needs a 3. Doesn't get it. So 2 crews come through. Just 2 crews come through with chips. Now can anybody beat Harry Labonte out of the pits? And a 5-4. And Harry again gets the lead right back. Nice job by that Skull Bandit crew. Gets the lead back here on turn 27. And we move on to turn number 28. We got a top group of skill. Who's got the skill? It might be the first time we've had skill today. Jeffrey Bodine's got skill. And it'll take a 5 or a 6 against Handsome Harry. And a 5-3, nope. Leg speed with skill. And a 4-1, nope. Neil Bonnet trying to get Junior up in the first place. And a 1-6. Neil Bonnet gets it done. Puts that number 12 up front here on turn number 28. First time Neil's led today. How long though will he keep it? Because Cal Petty's got 2 chances at him. And it'll take a 6 to beat Neil though. And a 2-5 close, but no cigar. And a 6-6, he holds him off on the turn number 29. And we got a middle group of problem. Who's got the problem? Poor Trevor Boys blows up. The 49 Boys will finish 17th. Yep, Burt Reynolds and Hal Needham owned the car. They didn't sponsor it. They actually owned it, John. Yeah, they was the owners. Yeah. Yep. And then after they sold it, I think they sold it to the Jacksons. I think that's who they sold it to, Leroy and Jackson and them. But yeah, old Burt Reynolds was an owner. Yeah. Alrighty, we go to turn number 29 now. Sorry, that was 29. We go to turn number 30. Yeah, pretty cool, wasn't it, to have somebody like that in there? We don't have a bottom group, so we go to turn number 31. And we got a middle group, TV, and Awesome Bill's back here with the chip. And we got a problem. So we got the TV, which is only Bill, with the chip. Let's see who he's going to challenge here. And a 2-2-5, he's going to get Handsome Harry Gant. He's going to move up to third and keep his chip. And now you got the problem. Who's got the problem? And it's Super Tex. AJ's going to finish 16th. Super Tex blows up. The lady in black, I told you, the lady in black won this race. Whoever crosses that finish line first isn't a winner. It's a survivor, my man. I couldn't have done that if I wanted, putting that in there. So Super Tex is out of the race. Everybody moves up. And now we only got 15 cars running. And we're on to turn number 32. And we got a middle group of skill. Who's got the skill? Bobby Hillen's got skill. And we not going to happen with a 6. And that was the only skill on the turn number 33. And a 10, I don't think we got them. That'll be the 3 cars in this group. Ron Bouchard, does he want to take a chance? finishing 15th or getting a chip. He's going to take a chance. What the hell? Ron's going to go for it. Jimmy Means isn't, but Ron is. He's going to go after Harry Gant in this duel. He needs a 4 to get the chip. Gets it done. Puts Harry in a bad spot. See if Harry can survive this mess. So Ron gets a chip. And with that -1, it's a 6 for Harry Gant. And Harry Gant wrecks. Let's see if they can get the car back out on the track. That'll bring out a caution. As Ron Bouchard puts Harry in a bad spot coming off of turn number 4. Harry Gant's not too happy. Can they get this car fixed? We are now still in the middle part of the race. So it'll take a 6 for Harry to get back out there. And he barely does. So Harry's back out there, but he's not too happy with Ron Bouchard. At least he's still in it. That takes us to turn number 35. Neil Bonnet in the lead will lead us back to the green. Cal Petty second. Bill Elliott third. Lake Speed fourth. Jeff Bodine fifth. Labonte sixth. Ricky seventh. Poncho eighth. Ron Bouchard just moved up to ninth, and H.B. Bailey's in the top 10. Here we go, turn number 35. No bottom group. Turn number 36. And we got Reflex in the top group. And Ricky Rudd's got Reflex, and it'll take a 6 to get Neil Bonnet. And a 6-6 doesn't get her done. Terry Labonte's got double Reflex. And a 5-4 note, but he's got another shot at Neil. And a 3-2 note, Jeffrey Bodine. They're all coming after him. And a 6 don't get it done. Lake Speed 2 chances here. And a 3-6. Lake Speed gets the lead for the first time. Knocks Neil back to 4th. So Speed gets the lead here on turn number 36. Let's see here. Awesome. Bill has a chip but no Reflex. Cal Petty's got 2 chances at him. And it'll take a 6 to get him. 2-3 no. And a 1-6. Cal Petty puts that number 7. 7-11. Woods Brothers in the lead here on turn 36. We go to pit stop here on 37. And it's the bottom group. And the 4, well, they're already in the back. The 4 cars both have penalties. So Terry will move up. Poncho will move up. Everybody will move up. But the 2 in the 4th spot. So Jeffrey Bodine is going to go back to 13th with the pit violation. And the last 3 cars, Bodine, Gant, and Schrader, will not have an opportunity to get a fast pit with the pit violation. Yeah, I start with the actual starting grid, John. Yeah, since I do this season replay, I don't do the race week. But what I do is I do pretty good. Pun not intended there. Is I roll and see how many TV drivers there is, and I just roll a dice, do the driver finder to see who that'll be, and then I do roll in the race week booklet to see if anybody gets a chip. I don't move them, obviously, if they have a bad or great week. I just roll and see if they get the dice roll that says they get a chip. That's how I do that. That's how David Pearson started off with a chip today. Yeah. Alrighty, first up is Ron. Needs a 4 to get another chip. Gets it done. Ron Bouchard with 2 chips. HB needs Snake Eyes. Doesn't get it. DW needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Jimmy Means needs a 3. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Like I say, I think it helps get more realistic results with them starting where they're supposed to, especially at the short tracks. with not many turns to make up the deficit if they started in the back with a bad race week. Jimmy Means needed a 3, got a 5. And last but not least is Hillen needs a 5. Doesn't get it. So nobody moves up there, but in the top group they do move up. Bill will be second. Poncho will be 7th. Third, rather. See if anybody can beat Cal Petty out of the pits. And a 5-1. And Terry Labonte gets the lead away from Cal Petty. Here on turn number 37. Okay, we move on to turn number 38. And we don't have a bottom group. Turn number 39. And a top group of, there's a problem. There is a problem. Who has the problem? And it's going to be poor Jimmy Smut Means. What kind of problems Jimmy Smut Means have? 23. And tire rub. He'll drop back to 15th. Yep, AJ's out of the race. He had a problem. So Jimmy will move back here to 15th. And we move on to turn 40. We are down to the last 100 miles, folks. And we got a duel. That'll be the 3 car. And that'll be Lake Speed, but there's nowhere to go. So that they're used to challenge for something you can't move up. They got chips. We move on to turn number 41. We got a top group of Smart. Who is Smart back here? Ricky Rudd Smart. Terry Labonte take a 6, so they're getting. And a 5-2, not smart enough. And Bill doesn't have Smart, so he's going to hold on to the lead. We go to turn number 42. Another top group. This time it's Star. Who's the stars up here? Ricky's a star. And it'll only take a 4, 5, or a 6 to get him. 3-1, he holds Ricky off. Neil Bonnet's got the star quality. And a 4-6, Bonnet gets the job done. Neil puts that number 12 car back up front here on turn number 42. And let's see now. Who's got star? Lake Speed. He's got 2 chances at Neil. It'll take a 6 to get Neil. A 5-1 no. And a 1-4 no. Poncho doesn't have star. And I know Bill does, and I think Bill's got 2 chances at him. Yes, he does. Again, it'll take a 6 to get him without using the chip. 4-3 no. And a 5-6. Bill gets him and doesn't have to burn his chip. Bill Elliott, after being involved in that wreck, gets that Coors Melling Ford up front here on turn number 42. How about that? Elliott hasn't led since the drop of the green flag. You got Elliott in the lead, Bonnet second, Carter third, Speed fourth, Labonte fifth, Petty, Cow Type sixth, Rudd seventh, Bouchard eighth, HB ninth, and DW rounds out the top 10. We go to turn number 43. And we got a middle group, trouble in the middle group. Ron Bouchard's got 2 chips. He needs a 4 not to burn one of them. And he doesn't need to. He's got snake eyes. HB needs a 4. HB's involved in the wreck. DW needs a 7. Doesn't get it. He gets that 8. -1 bites DW in the butt. Bobby Hillen needs a 7. Not with the box cars, he doesn't get it. Bodine needs a 7. He makes it through. He'll move up to ninth. Schrader needs a 6. He doesn't get it. Schrader's involved in the wreck. Yeah, $1 million bill. Yep. Sometimes I called him Cautious Bill. Oh, when Keith doesn't card somebody, that's the great thing about Don Weed. He cards everybody. But if Keith doesn't card him, John, I pick a similar driver that didn't race a lot. That way it doesn't affect the points. I don't want somebody that ran in, say, like there's 28 races you ran in 27, and if I use him every race, he might actually move up too far in the points. I'll use a guy like I say, let's say like Joe Ruttman's not in the race, and they got like I don't know, say they got Dick Trickle that didn't run a lot. I'll put Dick Trickle in the race. Again, I don't want him to have 5 gas pedals and all that. Yep. And Handsome Harry needs a 6. He gets her done, misses the wreck. Last but not least is Jimmy Smut Means needs a 4 and doesn't get it done. Let's see here. I just got a message on my phone. See who in the heck that is. Clinton Parks. I'll have to look at that later here. Alrighty, let's see if they can get these cars fixed. Most of them's going to need a 3 to get back in this race. And Jimmy doesn't get her done. He'll finish 15th in the 52. Ken Schrader will need a 3. Doesn't get it. Schrader will finish 14th in the 90. Bobby Hillen will need a 4 to stay in the race. And he doesn't get it. The 8 car will finish 13th. And last but not least, DW. He needs a 4, and he needs it badly to stay in this race. And he doesn't get it. DW will finish 12th and will lose the points lead unless Bill drops out real soon. Because remember, Bill is only 6 points behind DW. DW in the last 2 races has struggled. So we got a caution, 2 cautions, and we're on the turn number 46. Forgot to bring the caution flag out. And we'll go over the top 10 here since there's only 10 cars leading this race. Oh, we forgot HB Bailey. And HB needs a 5. And he gets it done. HB gets back in this race. So HB is back in the race. He'll be 11th. Okay. So we got 11 cars in the race. You got Elliott leading, Neil Bonnet second, Carter third, Speed fourth, Labonte fifth, Kyle Petty sixth, Rudd seventh, Bouchard eighth, Bodine ninth, Harry Gant rounds out the top 10, and HB is 11th. As Bill will bring us back to the green flag here on turn number 46. One stop away from the money stop. Yeah, they do a great job, John. Great job. I got all those sets too. Yep. Yep. What I'm hoping, I'm going to ask him. I think I'm going to start doing some of Ken's seasons. I might even do them in order. I might ask Don if he'll do the drivers that Keith didn't do. Yeah, ask him to go back and rate especially I've been saying this, and I should email Keith. I don't understand why they don't at least do a PDF. Nowadays, there's only like 50 to 60 drivers that run in NASCAR. They make 50. There's only like 9 or 10 drivers they would have to do, and they do PDFs. Why they don't make it an option to get a PDF of the extra drivers? Like I say, it's not like in 1969 when there was literally, I'm not exaggerating. In 1969, there was 169 different drivers. They raced at 52 tracks. Well, they raced 52 times. I'm not saying they was all different tracks, but modern day, that's like I say, you might get up to 62 cars, different drivers that run. Yeah, I wish he just would card everybody at the very least. If he doesn't want to print a bunch of extra sheets, just do that way. So here we go with turn number 46 and no bottom group. So we're going to the money stop here, folks. The money stop, turn number 47. And it's going to be a TV driver only. Bill's the only one. Needs a 9. Gets it done. Bill's got a chip with 3 turns to go. Can anybody beat him out of the pits? And a 1-4. Neil's going to make him burn one of his chips. 3 turns to go. Can Awesome Bill from Dawsonville win 3 races in a row, folks? Here we go. Turn number 48. And we got a top group, and we got trouble. And depending on how many cars, this could be the end of the race, because in 1985, you didn't have no stinking green-white checker. Yeah, I got it. How to guide too. Yep. Yepper. Alrighty. Bill's got a chip, so he definitely won't wreck. He needs an 8 not to use the chip. And he's going to have to use the chip. Woo! Bill avoids the wreck. Neil Bonnet needs a 7. He's involved in the wreck. And Poncho needs a 10 not to use his chip. And he doesn't need to. And you got Lake Speed needs a 7. And he makes it through. Terry Labonte needs a 6. And he doesn't. So this is going to end the race. Bill Elliott is going to be your winner, folks. That brings out the caution. 2 cars, that'll be a double caution, not just one. Kyle Petty needs a 7. Doesn't get it done. We'll be going to the middle group. Ricky Rudd needs a 7. Doesn't get it. Ron Bouchard needs a 4 not to use the chip. It really don't matter. And he doesn't have to use the chip. How about that, Ron Bouchard? Jeffrey Bodine needs a 7. He doesn't need to. He doesn't wreck. Good job on Jeff. Gant needs a 6. And he's involved in the wreck. And HB needs a 4. And he's involved in the wreck. Alrighty, let's see where these guys, we'll look and see if they get back on the track only to see if anybody would move up. HB's going to need a 3, and he won't. HB's going to finish 11th in the 36. Caution's out. Caution and checker both come out. And Awesome Bill from Dawsonville wins 3 races in a row, folks. So HB's going to finish 11th. And like I say, needed that chip. And just like I said, I wasn't BSing. Bill didn't win this race. He survived. The Lady in Black won. Handsome Harry Gant needs a 4 not to wreck and doesn't get it. Harry will finish 10th. Ricky Rudd's going to need a 4 not to wreck. And Ricky's going to finish 9th in that 15 car. Kyle Petty, can the Woods brothers get him out? Get this car fixed. He needs a 5. Nope. 7 car will finish 8th. Texas Terry Labonte, he needs a 3. Doesn't get it, and it really doesn't matter if Neil gets out. We'll roll just to see if Junior can get him out. But it doesn't matter. He's going to finish 6th. Going to finish 6th. And he does get back out there. Nice job by Junior. So your winner, chicken dinner. Yeah, I bet you do like those flags. Some nice guy sent them to me, John. Hell of a good guy. Of course, it was John, everybody. John sent me those flags. Pretty cool, aren't they? Bill Elliott wins the race. And awesome, Bill from Dawsonville. 3 races in a row. Michigan, Bristol, and now the lady in black. The track too tough to tame Bill Elliott is now up to 6 wins this year. How about Poncho? Old Poncho Carter finishes second. If you guys don't remember, Poncho Carter also drove an IndyCar. I actually liked old Poncho. And Lake Speed with a good race. He finishes third. That I don't know. Speed might even get past DW. And DW might go from the points leader to being third in the points. Ron Bouchard, he finishes fourth in that 47. Jeffrey Bodine in the 5 car finishes fifth. And Neil Bonnet was involved in the wreck, but Junior gets him back out there and he finishes sixth. And that is your race, folks. I want to thank World's Worst Gamer, Philip Reynolds, John Wise. I believe that was everybody. I believe so. Oh, and Greg at GG Sports Replays. Almost forgot Greg. Want to thank you all for stopping by here and watching the Southern 500. If you're new and haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, hit that like. It helps the channel out and don't cost you a dime. And hit the bell for reminders. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care. Our next race will be from the Richmond Fairground Raceway in Richmond, Virginia. We'll have the Wrangler 400. Oh, I appreciate it, Sean. You have a great day too, buddy.